And the latest news coming in from Australia, Melbourne police says they have foiled another possible terror attack in the city. 3 men who were allegedly preparing to attack people in Melbourne have been arrested. The 3 men aged 30, 26 and 21 were arrested after they tried to buy a semi-automatic weapon for the attack.
We didn't have a specific location. We know that they had identified. What we do know from the evidence gathered that I've been briefed about was that they were certainly looking at a place of mass gathering, a place where there were going to be crowds, because they were trying to focus on, trying to have a place where they could kill as many people as possible. So that was a view around what is a crowded location where they can go to as a crowded place rather than a specific location. For example, a couple of years ago we had Fed Square and those sorts of things.
Australian media reports say 2 of the men were brothers and all 3 of their Australian passports were cancelled earlier this year. Reports suggest 15 terror plots had been foiled in Australia since 2014. 4 plots foiled were described as major. The 3 arrests come a week after a separate terror attack occurred in the city in which 1 person was killed. The attacker, who was of Somali origin, was shot by the police and later died in hospital. The Somalian attacker was also known to federal intelligence agencies but was not being actively monitored. And in another incident of gun violence, a gunman has killed 3 persons, including a doctor and a police officer at a Chicago hospital. The gunman, whose name has not been released as yet, also died, but it was not immediately clear if he shot himself or if he was struck by a police officer's bullet. A police officer said that the shooter knew the doctor he shot outside Mercy Hospital, but once inside, he randomly fired at people. The shooting sent doctors and patients streaming out of the facility, some with their hands up as heavily armed police officers sought to secure the facility. Eyewitnesses said the shooting began in the parking lot before moving into a clinic area inside the hospital.
We have 4 deceased individuals, police officer, 2 female staff employees at the hospital, and the offender.
Exactly, just completing radiation, walking out the door, walking up to the vehicle, and all of a sudden you hear 5 to 6 gunshots, pow, 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 pow. Then all of a sudden you see like a burgundy Charger jump the curve and exit out the parking lot. So the police is turning in, making a left. The moment they make a left, this person exchanged shots with the police, so they had to reverse and get out the way to retreat from the bullets. Then the detective car pulled up. They jumped out. Then you hear more shots. So I ran inside the building to alert the receptionist and the nurse. They are shooting outside. Next thing you know, we hear cold silver over the speaker. That means go and retreat and lock yourself in where you are, because obviously the suspect is in the building.